How's it going, guys? I wanted to do a questionnaire on a couple of questions I had from subscribers. I'm going to kind of go off a list I have here and share a couple of comments from subscribers. And then if you feel like you want to ask anything, you totally feel free to. Um, I got the live chat up, so feel free. So, first one. Someone asked, should I pay off my debt first before I invest? Um, so this has kind of been one of those things that's kind of been a controversy for many years. In my opinion, I believe you should invest even if you do have debt because, guys, debt is not going to go anywhere. We get out of high school and then we acquire debt, and we're going to pay it off over time. But I would strongly believe that if you're paying debt off because of whatever, you know, rationality you have in your head, being that it's a high interest rate, or you want to just knock it out, or it's um, you know a long-term loan or a short-term loan. Either way, I believe that you should invest, because if you don't, you're going to miss opportunities. And when you miss opportunities, you can actually you could actually lose a lot of money, because when you invest, you could make, anywhere from 5% to 30% to 100%. And with debt, you only have so high of an interest rate on debt. So yes, definitely invest, even though you have debt, but don't invest to where it exceeds your debt. If you have debt, make sure you're making your minimum monthly payments on it, and then from there, whatever excess you have that you can, comfortably afford to invest, I would do that. But don't miss opportunities to invest right now. There's a lot of major players, like Neo, for instance, Mara, ticker symbol MARA. Um, there's quite a few companies out there right now that if you were to invest a week ago, you'd make 30, 40, 50% profit. If you invested today, there's some companies that made 100% profit in one day. So it just depends, and it's all about doing your research and finding the correct company. Definitely. So moving on, let's see, next question here. So it's saying, basically, how do I evaluate an investment? Okay, that's a good question. How to evaluate an investment? Well, you definitely want a good return on equity. You want a good return on investment period. So if say you invest $1,000 into Webull, for example, because that's something that people can relate to. Say you get $100 in free stock or free shares because you used someone's link, you signed up, you got some free shares, and you put your $100 in, and you were able to get, I think, another two free shares for that. Basically, so say you make $100 off the 1,000, that's a 10% ROI, return on investment, which is pretty awesome for almost doing nothing. You make, $100 to put, and that's upscaling a little bit, because you could put $100 into Webull and get, $30, let's say. So that's a 30% return on investment, which is pretty amazing. So definitely, when you evaluate an investment, you want to make sure that it's worth your time. You don't want to put $100 in and make like 50 cents or $1. That's not really worth your time. You want to be able to find those companies where you can make $100 and then make 10-20% off of that investment, so you're making $10-20 back on top of it. Great question, by the way. And when you evaluate those investments, one, can I make money off of it? Two, what is the risk? That's very important, because if I could make $10, but my risk is like $100, then I would not want to risk $10 for $100 loss. I'd want to reverse it and invest, say, $10 for a $50 gain, or maybe a $5 loss. You know, it's like, I could lose $5. That's okay, but for the potential to gain $50 in profit, I'll take those chances. Definitely, when you're looking at companies in the stock market, you want to make sure to look for profits, if they have earnings per share, what their PE ratio is, are they paying a dividend? I'm a firm believer that if a stock does not pay a dividend, don't even invest in it. It's pointless. Like, why would I give you money to not get anything back? Like, pretty much how any investor would think about an investment. Like, if you invested money into a car business, I'm going to give you $1 million for a car business. Buy inventory, marketing, whatever. And then you just, like, in the hopes the company's going to grow, and then you just, maybe you could sell it for double, for $2 million. Like, no, like, I want money now. Like, I'm a firm believer of getting money right now, this second, for my actions. So I put $1 million in, I want a 10% return every single year or month or whatever the case. So then you're getting $100,000 a year in interest or income or whatever. But I don't invest in anything without getting something back. And I think everyone should do that. I mean, it's our money. Why not? I mean, also, guys, for everyone watching it now and later, smash the like button, because that's all I ask. I mean, I don't sell you anything. I'm not a guru by any means. I don't have courses to sell to you. Basically, I'm just here to, share my thoughts and just what I think that might work out for some investments. So right now, guys, I'm actually uploading a video for tonight, and I was like, well, hey, while it's uploading, why not do a live stream? And I'm actually uploading a video on my personal watch list, like the 100 companies that I watch currently, some beneficial and strategic strategies that you can use to get money, and a sneak peek if you're watching this live stream before you watch the video I post. I talk about using the daily ups and downs of the market to make money. If a stock dips 5%, you invest money. It goes up 5 or 10%, you sell it. Vice versa, you watch the same stock over and over and over, and you keep rinsing and repeating that strategy to make a lot of money. I've done it. I've seen some people do it, and it's definitely something worth doing for sure. Moving on. Let's see. Okay, so this one's saying, with all the scammers out there, where should I go for investment advice? Well, I say that you should start with YouTube. YouTube is free. You can do pretty much any search for anything at any time and get results. And I would say to start there. I wouldn't say you have to pay for anything. Like, there are some good courses out there that can help you learn, like, a year or two's work in, like, say a 6-week course. But you have to be very cautious because there are a lot of scammers out there. There's like 1,000 freaking investing courses, and none of them get you any farther than where you started. So be very cautious when taking investment advice. Go with your gut, go with your heart, and remember that if someone is asking you for money for investment advice, it's probably not a good idea to do it, because we're in the business of making money, not losing money. All right, next one. Should I invest in increments or all at once? So, good question. Good question. Thank you for asking. No, I don't think you should invest all your money at once. So say you have $1 million in 2009. You invest all $1 million right off the bat into, like, say, 10, 20 companies. And of course, 2009, the housing crash, the stock market went down. I would say you lost about 40% of your income. So now you have $600,000. What do? You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, I believe you should do it in increments. Say, if you have even that much money, you would say put 100,000 in the market maybe each year, or two or 300,000 in the market each year, doing 10, 20, 30,000 each month, adding to positions when they go down, and when they do go down, that's when you buy more positions. Now, I would not keep buying positions on a company that continuously has a downtrend for, I'd say, longer than 6 months to a year. At some point, you need to realize that you need to sell and just cut your losses and stop the bleeding from happening, for sure. So definitely, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for asking that. All right. Here we go. Looks like we got 11 minutes. So we are actually able to burn 11 minutes just now, and probably almost done like 22 minutes of total upload time. So, yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear more from you guys if you're joining, or I don't typically do live videos, so a lot of people watching right now don't normally necessarily watch me do live videos. You guys see the monkey? I got it from TD Ameritrade, from trading accounts with TD Ameritrade, which is pretty awesome. They sent me a monkey, which is pretty cool. So that's awesome. So yeah, I'm not going to spend too much more time talking about everything going on. Or actually, I mean, I don't know. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. That's perfectly fine too. Um, any stocks that you want me to review this week? Tomorrow's Monday, so the stock market will be open, and I'm always looking for those gainers for daily stock trading, swing trading, as well as, I mean, long-term investing. I love my dividends and the REITs, real estate investment trust, for everyone that doesn't know what REITs is. But interesting fact about REITs is they have to pay 90% of their income to their shareholders. So, they make $1,000, man. They got to pay you some good money right there. They make a couple $100,000. They got to pay you a good amount of money in dividends. And if you haven't watched any of my what's inside my Robinhood portfolio videos, then I suggest that you do, because it shows you all the companies I'm invested in, all the dividends that I own. A lot of them are monthly paying dividends. I've actually been able to get my monthly payouts up to around $30 a month. Some months are higher. We're talking like $50 to $60 a month, which isn't, it's not a whole lot of money. I'm not saying it's a lot of money, but it's cool because it's money that, like, I don't necessarily have to work for. It's just there. Like, hey, GLAD paid me for this money again, or KO or Coca-Cola, or O Realty, they paid me because I own shares, and it's really cool. So at one point, I think I had like seven or eight people watching this at the same time. That's not bad. It's a good start. We're at 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. So you guys have a great night, and we'll see you